Hello and welcome or welcome back to Cast On, a knitting podcast where I talk about my finished objects, my whips, some yarn acquisitions and some of my knitting things. My name is Ellie, I'm from Austria and this is episode number 21. Hello, I hope you're doing really well. Thank you so much for the birthday wishes I received on my last video and over on Instagram. I am now 23 years old. My birthday was last Saturday and my boyfriend's birthday is this Sunday. Oh no, Saturday. Sorry, Saturday. And when you're watching this video, I won't be in Austria anymore, I will be in Italy. I will tell you more about this a little bit later, but today I will announce the lucky winner of the giveaway I had to post on Instagram and in my last podcast episode. As a reminder, what you can win was a skein of yarn, some stitch holders and a project bag, and I have drawn a random winner with a website. And I will tell you more about this a little bit later on as well. I think we can just get started. Grab your knitting, grab yourself something to drink, and I can show you what I've been working on. I have a cup of tea here as well. The weather has been awful, I have to say. It was really sunny last time I recorded, and then literally the day after it was just rain, and we had some snow, which is not very good because we started planting things on the balcony, so I had to bring everything inside, but it's sprouting, which is very exciting. Anyway, that is not knitting things. I'm going to tell you what I've been working on. Sadly, I don't have any finished objects because I've not really had a lot of time to knit. I probably won't have that much time left. No, I won't have that much time to knit on things since I'm gone either, because the week after is Easter, so we'll just see what we can get done. First thing, sadly I don't have my Magnolia summer tea finished because last time I told you that I'm missing one skein of yarn and my yarn order was forgotten about, so I only got the yarn yesterday, so I couldn't work on it at all. But my Magnolia chunky cardigan, now I remember the name, by Camilla is coming along nicely. So here it is. I have left a marker to see where I was last time, and this is what it looks like. I have split for sleeves, I finished the yoke, and I'm currently on the lace. I am about halfway through the lace chart as well, and I am really happy with the progress. This is so pleasant to work on. I didn't enjoy the purling, I have to say. You will see with my project I will have a lot of purling, and it really shows now on my wrist and on my arm, so I think I have to take a bit of a step back. But I'm really glad how far I've come since last time. If you are new or if you don't know about it, this is going to be a cardigan for my mum's birthday. Her birthday is in June. At the beginning of June we're going to have a big party, and that is the present that I'm going to give her. So I'm way ahead of time, which is very good because I wanted to start this really early just to make sure that I had enough time to finish it, because last year I started way too late and I couldn't really finish it in time, and then I made it too short and it was just off. I wasn't happy with the result at all, but this year I thought I will start as early as possible. It is going to be a cardigan, it is going to take me a while because of the purling, but I pretty much finished the body. This is the lace. Let me try and find a good one here. This is the lace. It is a beautiful lace chart. And lots of you comment last time or told me what I could do to make the bubbles pop, because I was complaining, or not complaining, but I mentioned that I'm not really happy with the bubbles on my summer tee by the same designer. Sorry, plant. By the same designer. And since then I tried a few things, and I found an incredible video, I'm going to link it down below, where you use the stitch that is next to it and that's a bit stretched out, and then you twist it counterclockwise, and then you push it over the bubble, and then it looks like this. And this looks so much better. You can still see I've not done all of them yet. Here are bubbles, but you cannot see them because they just disappear, and once you wrap it around they really pop. So I'm very happy with this. The button band is going to be very interesting because you don't knit it whilst you like make the rest of it. But I think it's turning out nicely. It is a very kind of see-through fabric. You can definitely see my hand and stuff, but that is kind of what I wanted. I am using cotton merino by Drops in the colour 28, which is a very light blush pink. Yeah, that's it, very light, almost skin coloured. And then I'm using Filcolana Tilia in also a really light pink in the colour 321. And together they make this gorgeous fabric. I'm not sure if a mohair cardigan is great for summer, but I did want to have a bit of a chunkier gauge to make it easy on myself whilst I'm knitting it. But I also wanted it to be kind of flowy and airy, and I think this is the perfect fabric for it. It's super light. Well, not super light, but it is definitely very light, as if I would have just used holding the cotton merino double. So I'm really happy with how this is going. Like I said, I'm almost done with the lace chart. I've not been feeling it really after I split for the body. I'm not sure how this is going to be, because you almost immediately start the lace chart after you split for the sleeves. With the summer tee you do work about 4 inches and then do the lace chart. I know this is supposed to be like a cropped cardigan, but I don't know how it's gonna be. I don't know how my mum will like it. If she doesn't like it, then I'll just extend the ribbing to make sure that it is the length that she's comfortable with. But I do know that she does like cardigans that hit her around her hip, or if that's not the case, that are oversized. So about the yarn, this cotton merino by Drops, it's so soft. It is incredible. You will see in my yarn acquisitions I actually bought more of this because I loved it so much. It's just really soft. You wouldn't be able to tell that there is any cotton in it, and it's not rough at all. It is very pleasant to knit with. I think the stitch gauge is around 20 stitches. Is that right? Where is it? In here. So the content is 50% wool, 50% cotton. So a perfect split through the middle, and the gauge is 21 stitches and 28 rows, and you get 110 meters per 50 grams. So it is a standard DK weight really, and I would highly recommend this. I think this is on offer right now as well, so if you can get your hands on it, definitely do it. It is super pleasant to work with, and I'm definitely gonna try and make like a summer shirt just to see if it is too warm for me or not, because it does have wool content, but we'll see. So I'm really happy with how this is turning out, but I am, for the first time in my life, looking forward to the sleeves. just because I can knit in the round. I miss it so much. My wrists really don't like it. So I'm very much looking forward to that, and I'm working on, I think, 5 or 6mm needles, so hopefully the sleeves will also be really fast. When I made the lentil sweater, the sleeves just flew by. You also work with the same needle size, and you're also supposed to work with fingering, and so 2 fingering weights, but I used a DK weight and a fingering weight, so exactly the same gauge, and I know that that was super fast. So hopefully, I don't know if I'll be able to finish it by next time, just because I am away, I'm gone, but I have absolutely no stress at all with this anymore, because I know I finished the hard part, and it's just the sleeves and the button band, but I hope that that won't be too hard. So yeah, that is my first whip. And then my second 2 whips, well, my second and third whip are both new things. So I'm gonna start with something very exciting. Spring is supposedly here, but I'm really not feeling it. I don't know why. I have the urge to just cast on loads of sweaters. I don't know if I'm the only one, but I just don't wanna knit summer knits just yet. Also because I know that summer is so long here, that I can't work on like fluffy things or sweaters for a while. So I think I just want to make the most of it, now that it's still reasonably cold. So this one is a gorgeous knit. It is the sweater number 18 by My Favourite Things Knitwear, and this is a completely new whip. I have not shown you this last time. I just really felt like it. I wanted to make a sweater. I was thinking, should I make the Moby sweater or this one, and I decided on this one because I thought it would be a quicker knit. I have, as you can see, the back panel and the front. I will probably hold off with making the neck until I'm done, just to make sure that I definitely have enough yarn. I should do, but we know how that went last time. So I have joined in the round just yesterday. Just yesterday evening I joined in the round. I finished the front part, and there's a lot of purling once again. Even though now I am finally knitting in the round, you do have a lot of purl stitches. And I think this is going to be one of those kind of long-term knits as well, just because I'm really struggling with my wrists at the moment because of the purling. But I've been really enjoying making this, I have to say. I think it's a fantastic pattern. I know it's not super size inclusive, and I do wish that she would extend the size range, but I really wanted to make it because I think the design is just so unique, and I do still hope that in the future she will revisit this pattern and extend the sizes. So this is what it looks like. It's got a slanted shoulder in the back, which is where you start, right here. You start off with going back and forth in between these 2 points, and then you increase on each side, which gives you this really nice line. I think it's a very nice construction. I like this design element a lot. And then you knit the back, and then you switch to the front, and you do work from a chart. I'm not sure if I will be able to see a pattern now that I'm on the body and with the sleeves. I had a really hard time remembering what is coming next, because when I thought something is coming next, like a knit row, it will be something completely different. So I do have to work off the chart, although I do have to say I prefer working off the visual chart. I normally can't really understands the written instructions, but with this one I thought it was so difficult to read the chart that I had to refer to the written instructions. No bother, because she has both of it in her pattern, but I have to say I don't find the chart the easiest to read, and I just couldn't figure it out, and I thought it was overcomplicated. So working from the written instructions, and this is what it looks like. Again, I don't know how and when I'm gonna work on this. I don't think I'm gonna be able to finish it before summer really hits, because it gets, just before it gets really hot, it gets really cold, like we are in the phase right now, and then afterwards it goes from like 10 degrees to 25 to 30 in a span of a week. So I have no rush with this. I just really wanted to cast it on. I wanted to work on something, and I'm very happy that I did. Let's talk about the yarn. The yarn is Drops Karisma in the colour 72. It is a very light grey, and again mohair, Filcolana Tilia. It is my favourite mohair, and it is one that doesn't itch me at all. This is colour 358. I believe it's called something like silver. I always stop myself from saying the colour name because I don't know if it's different for like the German websites and the English ones, so I'd rather just tell you the code instead of the actual name, because I don't know if there are any variations. I hope you don't mind. I have everything linked down below anyways, so you can look it up. Dream combo, I have to say. I really like Drops Karisma. I have a lot of it now, and I don't regret it one bit of everything that I have, because I like this yarn so much. It is 100% wool. It is a DK weight, again 21 stitches, and you get 100 meters per 50 grams. So you actually get a little bit less than with the cotton merino, because obviously it's got not 100% wool. It is so pleasant to work with. It is superwash, but I don't really feel like you can tell that much. It's a very well-rounded yarn, and for an affordable wool yarn, this is my absolute go-to. And of course with the mohair, it gives it the really nice halo, and it's just a really gorgeous combination to work with. So that was my sweater number 18. I've been wanting to cast this on for a while as well, ever since I started knitting. I really like the design. As you can tell, I'm also wearing my sweater number 9 today, because it is very cold. I'm actually wearing two sweaters. I'm wearing my Maya sweater underneath, but this one is just super warm and cozy. But I don't think I'm gonna wear this one outside anymore, because it felted in a very strange way. I mentioned that once before, and it just doesn't look good anymore. This was one of my earlier sweaters that I made, and I just ignored gauge. I just used the yarn that I wanted to use, and that didn't turn out that well. I do have a very deep yoke. I'm not bothered by it, because otherwise I would have unraveled it, but I don't think I will wear this anymore. I don't know, I might try to decompose it by putting it on the compost. Is that the right word? Decomposing. But we'll see. Anyway, not the point. Last whip is also something new, and this one was kind of planned, kind of not planned. Let me just take a sip of tea before we get into the last one. Yorkshire tea with milk, best combo. So this is the Moonset tea, or the beginning of the Moonset tea by Ozetta. It is a fingering weight pattern. It is very well constructed. It is a drop shoulder, like almost all of the designs I'm working on at the moment. Is that right? Well, my sweater number 18 is also drop shoulder. But again, drop shoulder pattern, and I'm currently working on the back. It's got a very nice V shape. It's like a polo shirt in a sense. And first time making an Ozetta pattern, I heard so many good things about her patterns and her designs. Not all of them are my cup of tea, but this one I thought the yarn was perfect for it. So the yarn is Olivia and Oliver fibers in the fingering weight base in the color feather. Pretty sure it's feather. It is a gorgeous yarn. It is very lightly speckled. It reminds me a bit of a coffee, like a cafe latte, I don't know. And then it's got these light pink variations here, and these really dark brown speckles. Now I do alternate skeins because I'm really worried about colour pooling and having one skein being different to the other one, like it kind of happened with my Kuta tee by Sarah Nordland. You can check that video out as well. So I am alternating skeins. The only thing is I only just started alternating because I don't know how to show you that without it just falling on itself. I started here, so you work all of this section to about, I don't know, here. Everything is worked flat at the moment because it is a drop shoulder, but all of this was short rows. So there were a lot of short rows, again a lot of purling. So I couldn't figure out how to alternate skeins. I'm not sure if you actually do that there. I'm doing the, well, now on the, when I'm working in the round, I will do the put the yarn forwards, like the yarn you just use, and then start knitting with the other one. And with the side, I'm using the method where you take the yarn from underneath the other. I'll link the video down below. I'm not doing a very good job of explaining what I'm doing. I don't know if it's that important either, but it does give you a fairly nice edge. There we go. And I'm doing it every second row, so I go onto this side and then once back, and then I alternate. I just found that this would be the best way, and I'm not sure if it's actually helping. Like the first skein, it wasn't super variegated that it was a problem, and I had a lot of colour pooling. Now you can see here is a lot of speckling going on and then almost none up here. I don't mind these things, but I did find with like the alternating, is that already in it? If I start here, I don't know if it actually does anything. I have to be honest. I do know why you do it, and I have nothing against that. I'm happy to do it. I'm happy to put the extra effort in it and tangling up my yarn and trying to get the shirt nice and even. But I do feel like that the speckles are at the same place from the other skein as the one I'm using, even though I started them both on different points, because obviously the first one I already did all of the short rows and then joined with the other one. Maybe that was just a coincidence, I don't know. I hope it will be okay. I mean, I'm not really bothered. First of all, this is in the back, so I don't even see it, and my hair will cover it anyways. I will just continue doing that and can at least say I alternated skeins. I did everything that you are supposed to do with hand-dyed yarn, and just hope for the best. Like I said, I'm really not bothered about these things. So yeah, that is my Moonset tee. Gorgeous yarn to work with. I am working on 3.5mm needles. I did make a gauge swatch, so don't come after me again. I did make one, it was fine. I did get the 26 stitches that you're supposed to have, even though I do have a larger needle. You're actually supposed to use 3.25mm needles. I don't have that. I can't really get that size either. I only have it in my shorty tip set from my Chiago set. They have a 3.25 one, but I'm not gonna work. First of all, I don't have the cable length to work a whole t-shirt with it, and second of all, they are shorties. Like, they are not meant to be worked with as a whole sweater. I did do that with my from Skein Knits, the festival sweater, I think it's called, or festive yoke sweater, is that it? I don't know, started something over Christmas, and I do work on shorty tips there, which was fine. I don't really see or feel a big difference, but I'd prefer not to work on such small needles. I tried to get 3.25 as a interchangeable one, because I just prefer interchangeable ones, because with these are fixed and you will run out of space, you cannot change the length. So I just prefer them, and I couldn't get them. Okay, that's the point of it all. Diane, I would highly recommend. She has really taken off ever since. First of all, I got it, like, I heard about the yarn company through Marlene Knits. She's a German podcaster as well. She took off, or her channel took off as well a few months ago now, I think. Now everyone's crazy about her. She's an amazing podcaster. I would highly recommend checking her out. That is the first time when I heard about this yarn brand, and then I had a look at it. I really like the yarn. Tam, she's called the dyer. She's really lovely, great person to order from. She's done some pre-orders, and this was the January collection. Was it called Naturals or something? But she does have another collection coming out, I think today or tomorrow, something like this. So if you have the chance, definitely get your hands on this yarn, because it's absolutely beautiful and very pleasant to work with. I do have the label somewhere. There we go. Because I wound up all of my skeins. So it is 100% superwash merino wool, 400 meters, and the colorway is feather. It is a wool yarn, so I don't know how wearable the shirt will actually be, because again, it gets very hot in summer, and I do have a few wool shirts that I just don't wear because I just can't wear them. So I really don't know. It does have a lot of positive ease, this one, so maybe it's going to be more like a in-between season shirt, like a spring or autumn shirt, where it's not too hot but also not too cold. I don't know, I just really wanted to make this pattern with this yarn. So that was my last whip, and this whip is going with me on my Italy trip, because all of the other ones, I need something small. I need something small that I can squish together and I don't have to worry about too much. It's just plain stockinette. That's all I wanted. That's why I cast it on, and I thought fingering weight will take me forever anyways. So I better start now, and I can start when I will have not too much time, but a bit of time where I'm away and I don't have to worry about people. That is why I cast it on, and this will be my travel knit as well. Now let's get into the exciting part where I announce the lucky winner of the giveaway. I will insert the post either here or here, I don't know just yet, because it is a lengthwise piece. Thank you so much for everyone who participated in the giveaway. I had a lot of fun. I hope that you did too. I'm sorry I can't give something to every one of you, but yeah, congratulations to the winner. Please get in contact with me. I am best with Instagram, so if you just send me a little DM on Instagram, say hi, I'm this and that, I'm the winner of the giveaway, completely fine. You can also send me an email. I have my email linked down below, but I can't promise that I will reply in a reasonable time, just because I don't look into my emails that often, because no one writes me emails. Simple as that. But you can also, if you don't have Instagram, you can also contact me this way. And I hope you are happy with your prizes. I'll make sure to send you the things as soon as possible, probably after the Italy trip, depending on how fast you contact me. So yes, thank you so much for participating, and I got some amazing pattern ideas through all of this, and I will definitely do one of these again, because like I said, I had a lot of fun. So that is the giveaway, and now we can get into the biggest part, probably the yarn acquisition. If you're unfamiliar with the drop sale, I will tell you all about it now, because I'm pretty sure I bought every single one that you can get in the sale. So I have my yarn basket here. I have already stored my yarn away. It came in a massive box. I think this is probably my biggest yarn acquisition haul that I've ever had so far. Even when I was still crocheting, I bought a lot of yarn then last Christmas, but this is bigger, and I do have to justify why I have so much yarn. First of all, because it was the sale, and second of all, my yarn order, I ordered twice from my favorite yarn shop in Austria. She carries drops. She's super lovely, Doris she's called. I leave her internet website down below as well if you're in Austria or Germany. I think she also she might also ship internationally, I'm not sure, but she carries drops yarn. She is incredible, but something happened with my order, so she forgot about my first order, and then both of them just came at the same time, which is fine by me, because that means less stress for me. So I have quite a few sweater quantities. The first one, let's start with drops Karisma. I said before, my favorite yarn, my favorite wool yarn. I bought sweater quantities of this. This is color 77. I don't know the name in English. In German it's called Eiche. It's a tree. I don't know what it is in English. But it is a very light, blows out a bit, yeah, like this. It is a very light beige, almost leaning on grey, and I think it's absolutely gorgeous. So I bought sweater quantities of this, a sweater quantities of this yarn. This is color 54. It's like a dark brown, but with some grey in it. And I do have this yarn coming in the same quantity as this, because I want to make another Ingrid sweater, and this time I'm just going to use a DK weight. I'm just ignoring the mohair that she uses in her pattern, because the yarn that she chose is actually not a DK weight. So I'm gonna just use a normal yarn, one that I know I'll be able to get should I run out again. I really pray I'm not, because I'm using the same quantity she tells me in the pattern, and if that doesn't work, then the pattern is wrong. It's not on me, it's the pattern. So I bought this yarn for it, but I have this one coming in as well, because I of course had to buy a lot. But this yarn hasn't arrived yet. It's coming from Denmark, I think. So I don't know if I want it in a light beige grey or this colour, because I really like this one as well. So I can choose. But I do have a plan for either this or the same quantity that's coming with this. And now I also have to start using post-its to know what I want to make with my yarn, because I forget. Then I have, oh god, these two. This is the colour number 1. It's just called cream. It's like a creamy white. It's an off-white really. Very basic. And then I have this chocolate brown, and this is colour number 4. This is a true chocolate brown. Like, this is like a grey brown, and this is a chocolate brown. You can see the difference. But with these two, I do have a definite plan. I mean, I have kind of a plan with all of them. So with these two, I want to make the porcelain sweater. I don't remember who it's by. It's some kind of Scandinavian designer, I believe, but I saw it all over my feed and I just fell in love with the pattern. It is again a drop shoulder. It is going to be a wool sweater, so that I don't think I'll be able to cast on at all before summer really comes. But that's fine, because now I have the yarn and I have the quantities that I supposedly need. So this is going to be this. It's a colourwork sweater, or it's got like these colourwork bands, and it looks incredible. So that is that. And then I do have a bit of a mess here because I started swatching. This is Drops Alaska. This is called Toffee in the colour 66. It's a very nice kind of mustardy brown really. I wouldn't say it looks like toffee, or maybe it does, but to me it's like a dark mustard colour. And then I have this one, which is the colour 63 in the same yarn weight. This is a light grey once again. And both of these are 100% wool, and the difference between Drops Karisma and Alaska is that this one is thicker. This has the stitch gauge of 17 stitches, so the recommended needle is 5mm needle, and this one is a DK weight. So the yarn weight is different, and I bought quite a lot of this because I do have something in mind that I might design. We'll see if it works out and if I like it. So that is what I bought for these, and this was the original order, and then like I said, it's something happened. I don't, you know, blame her or whatever, but yeah, everything came at once and it came in this huge box, and I was just happy like a cat. I laid in the yarn. Anyway, the last one is Drops Cotton Merino. Like I said, I really like this yarn. This is colour number 3. It is a lot darker than what I thought it would be. It's like a dark beige, kind of grey. I don't love the colour, but I have it now. It might look alright on my skin, with my skin tone. I really don't know yet. But with this one, I have the, oh, is it called Freya? It's a t-shirt, and I know what it looks like. I just can't remember the name. I will show you. Yeah. This is why I bought this yarn. So all in all, it's very beigey and brown because in summer I do need beige things because it's just so warm that you can't really wear any other colours. But in total, it's just beige. I don't mind that. I like the colours a lot. So those were my yarn acquisitions. Put it back. Yeah. So those were my yarn acquisitions, and I will now tell you a little bit about what's going on if you have the time, and If not, then I hope you had fun in this episode. I hope you saw some interesting things, and maybe I will see you next time. What's been going on? A lot has been going on. A lot of exciting things, actually. So a few weeks ago now, I think the weekend after my last podcast episode, I went to my first wool cafe. It was really, really nice. We have this cafe here in Vienna where you can buy wool, but you can also buy coffee and sit on this really big table and just knit. And at that time I decided to check it out. I've been wanting to do that for a while, but I am a very introverted person. I don't like to meet, it's not that I don't like to meet new people, but it's a very stressful situation for me. So I went there because I needed to go to, oh, the sun's coming out, let me scoot back. I was in the area because I had to go to a sewing shop, a fabric shop, and then I was basically beside the cafe, so I thought I would check it out. They have gorgeous yarns, a lot of expensive yarn, so if I have some spare money lying around to buy like a sweater's quantity of Cardiff cashmere, then I will definitely do that. But at the moment, after all of this yarn that I just bought, probably not. So it was really, really nice. The people there were so welcoming and I had a lot of fun. I was there for about 2.5 hours, 3 hours, something like that, just knitting on my cardigan. And yeah, it was a very nice time. I would definitely go back again. So if you are in Vienna, I would highly recommend going there and checking it out because it was a really nice experience. So that was on Saturday, and then it was my birthday the week after. I went out and had a meal with my dad and my granddad. He came up with the train from Graz, which was very nice to see both of them. And we had a meal, and that was really nice as well. And then on the weekend, on Saturday, my mum and my brother came here to my apartment, and we had a nice Indian takeaway and some cake and some presents, and it was so nice to see them again, especially my brother. I don't see him very often because I don't really go back home because there's just not a lot for me waiting there. So I find myself just mostly being here in Vienna. I know the light changed, I'm sorry. The sun is coming out for like the first time in a week and it's just the most inconvenient time. So that was Saturday. I had a really good birthday. I was a bit disappointed. I don't know why. My birthdays every year, they are not becoming such a big event anymore, and I know that it's normal when you get older. But I really just missed going out with friends in the evening because they left around 6 because of course they had to drive back home. The drive is about 2 hours, 2.5 hours depending on how fast you drive. And yeah, I had a nice day. It was a good birthday. It was better than my 20th birthday when you know what hit. So it was nice to see my family again. The last time I saw my brother and my mum together was at Christmas, so it was long overdue. And yeah, I had a great day then. And now we are going away, which is I'm so excited. It is going to be the first time that my boyfriend's going to Italy. We've been wanting to do this trip for such a long time. Really, we wanted to go in 2020, but then we couldn't, and now we finally can. I'm going to be driving because he's not allowed with his British license. So I'm going to be driving, which is fine because I like driving. I drive everywhere here in Austria when I'm with him, and most of the times also when I'm with my mum. So that is fine, and I hope everything goes well. We can take my mum's car, and yeah, tomorrow when you see this video I'll be already in Italy, hopefully. Let's pray. We are leaving here early in the morning. We have to take the train down to Graz, which is about 2.5 hours, so we have to set off fairly early, and then we get in the car and we start driving down to Italy through Slovenia, and the first stop is Trieste, which is around 4 hours away from Graz, depending on obviously the traffic and all of that jazz. So that's going to be very exciting. First time being in Trieste for me as well. And then we will, on the next day, so on Saturday, we will drive to Venice. Also, I've never been to any of those cities. I've always just been around either Croatia or the very top of Italy, where you could go either to the sea or a city. And so first time being in Venice as well. We're gonna stay there for the day, and then so we sleep there from Saturday till Sunday, and then on Sunday we drive to Lake Garda, which is hopefully going to be alright. I don't know if the hotel I've booked is that good. We'll see. But all of them have a parking space, which is very good. And it's going to be Sunday, so everything's going to be shut as well. I don't really know yet what we're gonna do. Maybe we'll stay a bit longer in Venice if we still want to see some things, and then drive to Lake Garda. I don't know yet, it always depends. So if you do know any good yarn shops in those 3 cities, or like areas, Trieste, Venice, or, well, probably not at Lake Garda, but Trieste or Venice, then do let me know down below or send me an Instagram DM. I would be very grateful. I hope that I can get to a few of them. I don't know if I will buy that much because this trip already is quite expensive, but we'll see if I stumble upon one. So that is going to be our first like driving trip, and I'm very happy about this. I'm very happy to see the sea again. The weather unfortunately is not going to be very nice. It's supposed to rain almost the whole weekend when we are gone, but what can you do? It is what it is. But because I'm driving, I don't have that knitting time. The drive back from Lake Garda back to Graz is very long. It is around 7 hours, so we will have to probably take a few breaks here and there. And in the evening, because it's my boyfriend's birthday tomorrow, I booked us a show in Graz. It is a comedian, and hopefully he will like that as well. And then so from Monday to Tuesday we're gonna stay at home, so in Graz, and then on Tuesday morning we'll come back to Vienna. It sounds a bit stressful, it sounds very ambitious, it probably is, but I said if we are going and gonna be driving down to Italy, I really want to make this worthwhile, and I want to see as kind of much as possible as we could, as we can. I also wanted to see Verona, but there were no hotels anywhere in the city that were reasonably priced, like nowhere. So sadly we won't be able to see that city. Maybe we can stop for a few hours and, I don't know, put the car somewhere and visit that, but I don't know, that might have to be something for another time. And then the weekend after that is going to be Easter. So again, I will be away. I will get back home to Graz and see my other grandparents. We have our traditional Easter food, I guess. Easter meal. It's very traditional. So we're gonna have that, and it's gonna be good to see them as well. And then 2 weeks have almost passed, and then I'll have to do another podcast, and I won't be able to show you anything because I've just been traveling everywhere. But that is fine. I don't always have to have finished objects, because knitting is about being slow and enjoying the craft and being in the moment, at least for me. So I hope you also feel the same, and you're not too angry or annoyed that I can't show you like 5 sweaters that I finished in 2 weeks like other knitters. So yeah, that is what's been going on. It's been a lot. It's been quite hectic. I still have some uni work to do, but that's going alright as well at the moment. And yeah, like I said, let me know if you know any good yarn shops or things that I should definitely check out in Italy. And I hope you have a lovely weekend whenever you're gonna watch this. I hope your knitting is going well and you all got your mojo back. I know there has been a big dip kind of with every creator, either right now or just a bit before now. So I hope you can make all the things that you want to make, and I hope you're healthy as well. I hope your wrists and arms are healthy. Take good care of them, and I'm gonna see you next time. Happy knitting. Bye.